Title: The Mafia's Daughter. Written by Elroi Novel Library. I never thought running away would feel like flying. The wind whipped against my face as we sped down the empty highway, the city lights shrinking in the rearview mirror. Beside me, Sofia tightened my hand tight, her breathing uneven. I stole a glance at her, eyes full of fire, lips trembling between fear and excitement. Even now, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. "This is crazy," I muttered, half laughing, half terrified. "We're actually doing this." She turned to me, her grip tightening. "We have to, Leo." "My father," she stopped herself, biting her lip. The weight of her last name, DeLuca, sat between us like an unspoken curse. Her father was the devil in an expensive suit. And I had just stolen his daughter. We had been careful. Every step planned. New identities, a safe house, even a way out of the country. But deep down, I knew it wouldn't be enough. Not against a man like him. Still, I couldn't let her go. I loved her. The buzzing of my phone snapped me out of my thoughts. My stomach twisted when I saw the name. Dad. He had to be panicking. Maybe the police were already involved. Maybe he thought I was dead. I answered, "Dad." "Where the hell are you?" "You've been missing for 2 days, Leo. The cops are all over this. Do you have any idea?" "I'm fine." I swallowed, glancing at Sofia. I just needed to get away. Then, softer this time, with her. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. My father exhaled shakily. "Listen to me. You don't know what you've done. The DeLuca family isn't." The call cut out. Then a new voice slithered through the speaker. A voice that sent ice through my veins. "Leo," the man drawled. "You've taken something that belongs to me." My hands went numb. "Sofia's father." "I don't blame you," he continued, smooth as poison. "Love makes young men foolish. But let's be clear, this ends now. Come home, boy. Bring my daughter back, or I will find you." The line went dead. Sofia's fingers trembled in mine. Her lips parted as if to speak, but no words came. We weren't flying anymore. We were falling. I had never felt true fear until now. The kind that sits heavy in your chest, making it hard to breathe. The kind that whispers you've already lost, even when you're still fighting. Sofia was quiet beside me, but I could feel her unraveling. Her fingers tapped restlessly on her knee, her mind racing as fast as the car. "We can still make it," I said, though I wasn't sure if I believed it. She let out a bitter laugh. "Make it where, Leo? He knows. He always knows." I hated the truth in her voice. Her father wasn't just a man, he was a shadow, stretching long and merciless. He didn't make threats. He made promises. And he always kept them. A sign loomed ahead, "Next exit, motel and gas," and I took it, pulling into a rundown parking lot. The neon sign buzzed weakly, casting eerie light over the cracked pavement. It was the kind of place where people disappeared without questions. Maybe that was exactly what we needed. Inside, the air smelled like stale cigarettes and desperation. The clerk barely looked up as I paid in cash, sliding a rusted key across the counter. Room 107. The moment the door shut behind us, Sofia broke. She sank onto the bed, burying her face in her hands. I knelt in front of her, brushing strands of dark hair from her face. "Sofia," I whispered. She lifted her head, and the pain in her eyes shattered me. "Do you know why I ran?" Her voice was barely there. "He was arranging my engagement, Leo, to a man who works for him. Someone just like him. I would have been trapped." Rage burned in my chest. I cupped her face, my thumbs wiping away her tears. "You're not going back. I won't let him take you." A soft knock at the door froze us both. Sofia's fingers dug into my arm. Leo. I moved carefully, grabbing the motel lamp and unplugging it. A useless weapon, but it was all I had. Another knock. Then, Leo, it's me. My father's voice. I exhaled sharply, my grip loosening on the lamp. When I opened the door, he stood there, tired and worn. The lines on his face looked deeper, his shoulders heavier. But his eyes, those sharp, knowing eyes, never wavered. He stepped inside, shutting the door behind him. His gaze flickered to Sofia before settling back on me. You don't understand what you've done, son. Then explain it. Dad sighed, rubbing his temple. The DeLucas don't forgive, Leo. You're not just some boy who ran off with a girl. You stole from them. Humiliated them. That's war. Sofia sat up. So what? You're here to take me back? Dad shook his head. No. I'm here to get you both out before it's too late. For a moment, I just stared at him. You'd help us. I'd die before I let them touch my son. His voice was steel. But you have to listen to me. If we do this, we do it my way. Sofia reached for my hand. I squeezed it tight. Outside, a black SUV rolled into the parking lot. And I knew. We were already out of time. I had always thought of my father as a strong man, unshaken, fearless. But tonight, as he stood between me and the monsters that had come for us, I saw something else in his eyes. Not fear, not doubt, but the weight of love. He was willing to stand against the DeLucas for me. The SUV doors opened, and men in dark suits stepped out. At the center of them, like a king among pawns, was Vincenzo DeLuca, Sofia's father. His eyes landed on her first, then me, then my father. He smiled, a cold, knowing smile. Joseph, he greeted my father, voice smooth as glass. It's been a long time. Dad didn't move. Let them go, Vince. It's over. DeLuca chuckled, shaking his head. Over? No, Joseph. It's only just begun. His gaze darkened. Your boy stole my daughter. Do you know what that means? She's not your property, I said through gritted teeth. One of his men moved, but DeLuca raised a hand, stopping him. Brave, he murmured, but foolish. He turned back to my father. I have a solution. A trade. The girl comes with me, and your son walks away. My stomach dropped. No, Sofia whispered, clutching my arm. I stepped forward. I won't let you take her. DeLuca smirked. And what can you do to stop me, boy? Then came the click of a safety being switched off. I turned, heart pounding. My father had drawn his gun. His hand was steady, his eyes cold. I said, let them go. Tension thickened the air like a storm about to break. For the first time, DeLuca hesitated. I saw it, the brief flicker of calculation in his eyes. My father wasn't bluffing, and we weren't alone. The flashing blue and red lights of police cars appeared at the edge of the lot. Sirens roared. DeLuca tightened his jaw. You called the cops. Dad smirked. You really thought I came here alone? Good thing you're a wanted man. Tires screeched as the cops poured in. DeLuca's men shifted, gripping their weapons, but it was over. The law had caught up with them. As the officers moved in, Sofia grabbed my hand. Her eyes were full of emotion, shining with something I'd never seen before, hope. An hour later, we stood outside the police station. DeLuca and his men were in custody. It was really over. I turned to my father. Words failed me. I wanted to say so much, but nothing seemed enough. He clapped a hand on my shoulder. You're my son, Leo. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Tears burned my eyes, but I swallowed them down. I just nodded. Sofia slipped her fingers through mine. "What now?" she asked softly. I looked at her, the woman I had risked everything for. The woman who had risked everything for me. I squeezed her hand. "Now, we start over." She smiled, and in that moment, with the weight of the past finally lifted, I knew. We were free.